Hello. Good evening. Oh, God. Right. Hello, Diz. How you doing, mate? I am nervous, shall we say. Okay. Welcome to the stream if you're just joining. Yeah, we're in for a real treat tonight. So, the Wheel of Chaos went down an absolute storm on Tuesday when we played 2 Point Campers. So I thought we'll have a little bit of a twist on it, and we will play some Planet Zoo with it enabled as well. So thank you to everyone who gave me some input on Discord on what we were going to actually add to the wheel. But basically, if you weren't here on Tuesday, you will get a little bit of a rundown now. So, what we're going to need to do is, I'll start a timer for 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes, we go over to our lovely little Wheel of Chaos here. Now, we've got quite a lot on here, so we'll just have to see what happens. But we basically have... Hello, Polly, how you doing? Right, we've got... remove donation bins, free entry, chaotic path, null barrier mode, trap guests, close the zoo, full speed ahead, enter the predator, release the most popular animal, false facts, rocky barriers, dig a hole, drop some dirt, remove vendor, habitat exhibit, sack all of one type of staff member, no breeding, remove enrichment, big loan, and temperature mismatch. That's pretty much all I can think of for now. We may well add more. Hello, Red Rose Dragon, welcome to the stream. And we're just going to see what happens. So we're going to start a new map. We'll pop on over to Planet Zoo now, and I think we probably have to go with, I guess, like a sandbox map, but we're going to put money on. We need to have that on as well. In fact, what I probably might need to do is take a offline challenge mode, actually. So we will start. Oh, Hero, welcome. Yeah, I knew I'd get it wrong. I knew somebody got it wrong. So Red Rose Dragon is Hero, Hyro. I don't know. Right, okay. We're going to do a new zoo. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start in a desert biome in, we'll go in Africa. And that's because I quite want something with a hot temperature. So then it means that if I have to remove things like... you know, if we have an animal that is more temperate based, we'll have to put the coolers in, and then maybe we can add an extra bit to the wheel where we have to remove all of those coolers and make life hell for them. We'll go with medium because I don't want to mess this one up, but we'll take a flat map actually. We'll call this Chaos Inc. All right, let's go. Oh, God. This isn't good, is it? So I'm going to have 10 minutes to build the beginning of this zoo, get it all started, get our first guests coming in. I get to pick the animals that I put in, but you guys are in control of the rest. So, of course, we come in with our basic entrance, and I'm just going to pause for now. We'll get a good start up. Right, okay. Are we ready, guys? Because I am absolutely not. Oh, thanks, Diz. It's new. I'm glad it's you guys like it. I might end up swapping and just going into our... Actually, in fact, we could maybe do that later on. If it's a little bit too invasive and you can't quite tell what's going on, I know some of you might be watching on mobile phone or something, let me know, and I'll go to the overlay that I normally use for if we're playing like story mode games or something. But for now, I'll keep this going. But I do have a backup prepared just in case. Right, okay. Let's begin. I'm going to start the timer. It's a 10-minute timer. You will see that it begins now. Right, let's do this. Paths. First things first, I'm going to build a path, align the grid. Yeah, I might do that, Diz, just so that I've got a little bit more control over things. But yeah, I really like it. I actually bought it from like a site, so it just gives me an opportunity to have a nice clean looking overlay. The one I designed did the job, but it wasn't really suitable for now, basically. Right, okay, so a lot of this is going to be the game's blueprints that I use. So to begin with, I'm going to put down some staff facilities. If you want, later on, I can maybe show you what I'm working on for the next episode of Planet Zoo. It's been a while, but I thought I'd get back to basics and do something that I haven't done in a while. Just so that I'm... Oh, God, I've messed this up already. Look at that. That is not... Oh, wait, never mind. Ignore that. Right, we're going to need, to start with, I'm going to put a... Oh, God, what can we put in? The staff room. Do I not have any... I don't think I've got any research unlocked either. That's going to be fun. Right, okay, workshop. Let's get that in. This is not going to look good at all. I'm telling you right now, it won't look good. We're going to have to do something absolutely... stupid. It's not going to look amazing at all, so please don't expect glorious building from me. I mean, look at this already. It's looking terrible. So, have I paused it? Right. Yes, it's paused. Let's get it open. Let's bring some people in. Let's get some exhibits going in. We're going to put down a medium exhibit. I'm just going to have it go in right here, and then let's get some exhibit animals in there to start with. What time are we on? We've spent 2 minutes already. Let's grab some exhibits. I'm going to go with... let's have an American bullfrog and a female, so we can have a breeding pair in there. We'll put them straight in. And again... Oh, right, yeah. Yep, I'll sort that out in a second. Let's have something else. Giant centipede might be a good one. Ooh, axolotls. I don't have any conservation points. Oh, that's such a shame. What else can we bring in? Salmon pink tarantula. Great. Excellent. These will breed pretty quickly, so we can pop them down as well. Cool. Right, we've got our first exhibit, so we should start getting guests in. Hello, Midnight. Welcome to the stream. The chaos has already started. Our timer has 7 minutes left already. Let's get some... It's been a while since I played, actually. I can't remember where things are. Facilities. Guest facilities. Money. Money, money, money. Donation bins. Come on, just go down. Uneven placement. Oh god, the map's not well terraformed at all, is it? Right, let's quickly get this temperature and climate correct. 23 out of 29, so we'll bring this down to 26, and the humidity, we will shift that to 55. That's good, that should sort that out. And then we want, again, dropping this down and pulling the humidity up to 62%. Great. The game does have elephants, Midnight. I will probably put them in, and we have some rewards from our challenges. Excellent. That gives me a bit of money, and we've got some conservation points already. Let's hire some staff. Yes, it's got 2 types of elephants, I think. The Indian and African elephant. So, yeah, we are plenty of elephants that we can put in. Keeper, caretaker, mechanic, a vet, and let's put a roaming educator in as well. Then I better get these education boards hooked up. We're at 5 minutes left. Yes, please talk amongst yourselves. How's everybody doing? How's your day been? American bullfrog, and then down here, come on, move out the way. Brazilian salmon pink. Right, great. We've got 2 exhibits in and we're making some money. Now, let's get our first... Have I got time? Can I do this? I'm going to put in a keeper hut. Did I have one? I've got one. Okay, cool. Right, let's build a quick barrier with a wooden habitat gate there. And then we'll link this all up. This is already starting to test my patience. This is going to be very, very chaotic. I'm going to hate what this looks like when we finish, you know. We'll do like a little screenshot and we'll... Right, how big's this? What are we on? What's the size? 616 meters squared. Excellent. Let's go to our animal trading and we will get in a warthog. Amazing. 2 there. I'm not even looking at what they are, what kind of, like, genetic makeup we've got here. Let's quickly put them in. We've got 4 minutes to flesh out this habitat. Come on, put them in. Quick as you can, please. Ah, midnight. The Chaos Wheel has a lot. You will see when we do our first one. I don't know what this is going to look like at all. Right, let's have a look at what our warthogs need to get them started. No hard shelter. Let's get some nature. Construction. Facilities. No, it's habitat. Beds and shelters, and we'll quickly filter it by species. And we will go with common warthog. Here we go. That's nice. We'll get a little shelter in here. Just a basic 4x4 shelter right here. And we'll stick a large, not a large, a medium bedding on it. There we go. Right, that's gone in. So they should now have their hard shelter requirement filled. And now we just need to get them some grass. So again, we'll bring that terrain up. Short grass, please. Just have a nice patch of short grass. They want some long grass. We'll put that quite close to the main area of the habitat there. And further down, a bit of soil. So we'll put some cracked earth around here and then some sand. They want. Oh, there's too much sand. So we'll get a bit more soil in here just to boost it all out, and then finish it off with some small patches of grass. Right, okay, that's done. Right, okay. Then we're going to go with coverage. So they need more tree and plant coverage. We'll go with grassland and Africa, and that brings up this lovely little tab here. And we'll put in some dry drin grass in a large patch, and then I'll just sink it down into the ground. Oh, let's just turn on random rotation. And I will try and give you a little bit of an education while we're doing this. I can't promise anything amazing, but let's get some large patches of elephant grass in here to give our warthogs somewhere to hide behind if they need it. And my favourites, hawthorn bushes. So this all goes down. Oh, it's a common warthog. Hakuna Matata and all of that. Yep. I'll put a marula tree in. I really like these. And we'll get some nettles and stuff in place as well. They should just naturally rotate around. And before the chaos starts to get out of control, we'll have a little look at the finished habitat once it's all done. Not that it's going to be amazing, but they are incredibly cute. I really like the warthogs, and I've not had them in a habitat for a long time. But this will do for now. Here they are, having a little snooze here. They actually need food, so let's do that. Where are we? Food and water. We put a medium-sized food trough in right here, and then a water pipe because they don't have a... you can, especially herbivores. You can have multiple in one location. Some of them get enrichment as well. So if I have I'll show you once we've spun the wheel and paused it. I'll show you what kind of stuff you can get in here. But we also need to make sure that our guests can see this. So I'm just going to edit the barrier a touch here. We're going to bring the barrier up a little bit, right to the edge here. And we'll put it there as well. And that will expand the size of the habitat, which gives us a little bit more space. And then again, I will do it here as well, just bringing it out towards the main area of the habitat. Now, that privacy area is a little bit much, I think. Where are you going with that box? I don't think you can find the entrance. It's right there. You've ran past it 3 times. What are you doing? Right, so what we'll do is we will make this a windowed barrier so that guests can look through and observe our warthogs. Amazing. Right, next up we'll get some... What are we on? 30 seconds. Come on, we can do this. We can get this in. Facilities. We want some media devices and education. We'll quickly put down a habitat education board set. Right there, and another one right here. And then we should be able to quickly fit in a donation bin somewhere. There we go. Get one in right there and right there. Then there we go, spin the wheel. I'm very quickly going to hook these up. Education boards. Right, okay, let's pause the game. And it's time for our first spin of the wheel. Oh, here we go. We better go over to the Wheel of Chaos. Where's my Wheel of Chaos gone? Is it there? It's there. Great. Right. Spinny, spinny. Just be kind for the first one, please. Close the zoo? Oh, right. Okay. Okay, right. No money for us for the next 10 minutes. This is going to be... right, okay, we'll go back in. And then, so to close our zoo, we need to just open up our zoo tab here, go over to the overview, and close the zoo. Right, okay, we'll start the timer again. And push play. And then we will resume and watch all of our guests leave with sad faces. Let's go have a quick look at them. Off they go. Sorry, guys. The wheel has chosen. Right. Oh, God. Where have we gone? Oof. Right. Okay. Well, I've got 10 minutes and I've got 23,000 in the bank. So that might actually give me a bit of time to just tidy things up. So what I'm going to do is I am going to delete these while I'm able to. And then I'll get rid of all of the paths. He's still running around. What is he doing? There's still some people looking at stuff as well. Where are you going? Who have you got there? Excuse me. Oh. He needs a vet surgery. And I've also just realised I might have really messed up there. So I'm going to undo those and put them back in. And then I'll just build a vet surgery. I've just realised I don't have a lot of money. So putting stuff in like... if I was to do my own like new building, it would cost me quite a bit. And I don't think I have money to do a fully fleshed out staff building. But what we can do is we'll expand the warthog enclosure right now. I'm going to quickly... Are you guys going to leave or what? The zoo's closed. Why are you still here? Get out. It's definitely closed, but they continue to hang out. Can you leave, please? Right, what we'll do is we will... I'm going to go grab another animal because I think right now, before the chaos gets really out of control, I need to just put as many animals as I can in. So we will grab an ostrich. We'll get a pair of ostriches. Oh, that's a good one. And then we'll put them both in as well. So I'll send those in. They can actually go with the common warthog. So if we actually go to... Right, yes. I'll very quickly show you Midnight in the Zoopedia. So a lot of the animals can go together, but they don't necessarily get enrichment, and sometimes it can be difficult to put them together. However, a lot of the African animals, especially African plains animals, benefit from interspecies enrichment. So if we look at our warthog here, you can see that they will get enrichment from being in with all of these animals, which is really cool because you can mix and match things. Whereas if we go to something like the cheetah, they don't benefit from anything at all. They're the white-faced capuchin. You can put Baird's tapir, capybara, giant anteaters in there. It's really well thought out. And then obviously things like dromedary camels and stuff. And it basically, it all depends on the biome and the continent that you're basing it on. So things like the Somali wild ass, whilst it's a herbivore, and I could potentially put it in with like a bonobo, due to the mismatch in the continents in which they come from, it's very difficult to get a foliage placement that enriches both species. So you do have to think about this quite a bit. Right, okay, so I think we might have a space issue here. So we're going to need to just expand the barrier. And while I've got time ticking away here, I'm just going to very quickly... I know our habitat's become invalid. That's okay, though. And then we'll just wrap this all the way around. I never, ever build with stock barriers, and this is so uncomfortable for me. Really look at the state of this. Oh, God. Right, let's make this a windowed barrier as well, and I'll tidy it up a touch. While the zoo's closed, though, as you can see, we're not making any money from donations or anything like that. And I'm going to get rid of this entire barrier. And then I'm just going to extend this all the way along and then add another little bit on the end there. Then we will glass that off as well. And then I'm going to... I can't abide these barriers. The Chaos Wheel isn't going to be a problem. It's working with these terrible barriers that is. Oh my god, get away. Come on, just expand. There we go. Right, and now what we can do is we can just pick this small shelter up, and I'm going to move it over here. And then very quickly, just while I've got the time, because I run a risk if I bring stuff in now of running out of cash. 17,000 seems like a lot of money, but when you're doing stuff like building and feeding your animals, because we don't have any guests in, therefore we don't have any income, it can get very difficult. So we've got a little bit of shelter there surrounded by stuff. We need some more terrain. So short grass, long grass, and sand. Again, there's too much sand, so let's get some more short grass in here. Just do a nice big painty patch there, and then we'll stick some long grass in here at the back. And I think that should be good. They want a bit more soil, and there's still too much sand. So once again, we'll do this and then add some soil in. That should get us in a good position. And then maybe we can... Oh, we need more hard shelter. So what I'll do is I'll just duplicate the one I've got because it's already got bedding in there. And then we'll put that down there. And that should give us some hard shelter for them. Right, okay, cool. And we should also kick off some research. So, mechanic research. I am going to research the Africa theme because we've got a predominantly Africa-based zoo, so let's get that in. And then education, we need to do animal research. I need a research centre for my vets. So, again, facilities and research. We'll just put down the Planet Zoo stock one again. Get this linked up. There we go. And then we can now go back to our zoo tab and get some research done. I'll have my vets research the common ostrich first, and that should unlock some enrichment items for them. Oh, another thing I need to do. In here, we can actually set some management. So I'm going to have the population of our bullfrogs managed so that the lowest appeal ones are sold. And I'll do the same here. And then we'll turn on manage population. So as soon as they breed, the offspring will be sold very quickly. What are we on? 3 minutes left. I wonder if today maybe we should make the timer a little bit like a little bit quicker. So we have like a chaos event every 5 minutes. Because this may well be a little bit too easy for us. What do you guys think? I mean, we'll see how it goes. We'll see what they give me next. I can't yet open my zoo and there's nobody here, so that might not be such a good idea. We're going to quickly duplicate this education board and just stick it over here. And then... Oh, Ian, I'm not that professional. And we want ostriches here. I try to be, but it never works out, especially when the Chaos Wheel's involved. Right, we better get some vendors in, actually, for our guests. So we'll put down some drinks. We'll put a little gulpy drinks station here, and then a Planet Zoo food shop here, which is Chief Beef. You can see there's going to be a lot of prefabs just thrown down. Like, this main street here is horrific, but yeah. I'll see what the wheel gives me next. If I feel like it might be a little bit too easy, we'll change it up. We'll do it for 5 minutes. Because there's going to be a little bit of a shorter stream tonight as well. And I would quite like to go at the end and do some nice, calm, relaxed building to finish us off. And, right, can I open the zoo yet? I've got a minute and a half. I wonder if we should just maybe see if we can get another animal to go in here. Or some more exhibits. Let's get some more exhibits. So I'll duplicate this one and we'll pop them down right on the edge here. And then we'll quickly go to our exhibit trading and we'll see what we can put down. So we've got Brazilian salmon pink. Wandering spiders are also good. They will bring in a little bit of money very quickly. What I actually need, though, is the scorpions. because they are insane at how quick they breed. I can actually pick that one up for conservation points, which is a really good start. And I've also just realized I got the wrong one because it's the forest scorpions that really, really breed quickly. But we've got these ones in. That should give us a little bit more of an opportunity to get some money in. But I am now topped out. I have no cash left. So we need... we definitely need some more guests to come back. I am now out of cash, and I will lose cash, so we will go into debt. And there's no power here either, so we can't actually... Oh, I've messed up already. Was that a wandering spider in here? Yes. There's no power to these education boards, so guests aren't going to be educated. Let's sort this out. Climate needs to be down a little bit. We need to just adjust that temperature, and the humidity needs to be boosted all the way up to around about 84. So we'll put it right in the middle there. Nice little sweet spot. And the wheel is ready for us. So let's get this sorted as well. One last push for that. Now, I can open my zoo again. We're going to wait, though. I need to spin the wheel again. Okay, here we go. Spinny, spinny. What do we get? Dig a hole. Okay. So that one's not so bad, but the hole can't be filled in. So we're going to dig a hole. Let's go back. The problem is I can't dig the hole until I get some money. Now, dig a hole. The fairest way for this one to work is terrain. Terrain stamp tool. It's got to be big. And it needs to go like this. Oh, God. Why? Right, okay, let's open the zoo again. I've unlocked some research. We're open. This is awful. This is absolutely awful. Right, well, I can at least open my zoo again, make a bit of money. What's going on here? Oh, because there's no power. So as soon as I get some power, some money, I can actually put down some power. But I have to use these transformers, which can cause some issues with your guests. So I'm just going to try and keep them out of the way. We'll extend this a little bit as well. Oh, what's going on here? There's even a hole being made here. Right, okay. And that poor keeper. I feel like I need to do something here to make this work better. I'm going to delete this bit of grass here because that is... No, we'll leave it floating. I've made the hole. We can't do anything about it. I can't even fill it with water. It just needs to stay there. Oh, no. Right, we need money. We need money. Animal welfare's attracted protesters. What's wrong with this? What have I done? Oh, it's too hot. It's way too hot. Let's bring that down. There we go. Right. Okay, let's have a quick look. They should be now sorted. The zoo is low on cash. I know. Right, we're going to need a new exhibit. A new... The protesters are protesting the hole. I can't make it a watering hole, so we can't fill it with water either. It just needs to stay there. But the problem is now, I think the access to hard shelter and the size of it, they still somehow have hard shelter. Oh, God, this isn't good. Right, we're going to build a new barrier and then a brand new habitat. So we're going to need to put in like a wooden habitat gate here. And then we'll start on our new habitat. So we'll have it go all the way down, and we'll have it keep going down. In fact, no, we'll have it go around the back here. So I'll just add this on, and then it can go around the back of our staff buildings here. And then this is kind of a little bit of a private area for the animals that we're going to put in. I'm actually loving this already. This is the... Because I spend so much time focusing and making sure that I get things right, to do something where you're just slapping stuff down and hope for the best, I'm really actually quite enjoying it. It might not seem that way, but I promise you, I'm having a good time so far. And what we'll do is we'll have the path kind of come along here. I'm not sure why the path in this map has started like this, but I want to get the path down onto like the actual ground level. So we'll have it run all the way along here, and then in here we're going to have a bit more of a popular animal, something with a pull. So we want to bring in... I've got no money again, and the guests are all kind of gathered around. Oh dear, this isn't going well. This is really not going well. I need money. I haven't started the timer. Well, looks like it's a 5-minute timer now. I forgot to start the timer, guys. Someone should have told me. I'm gonna have to increase my prices. We'll put them up quite a bit and see if that helps. Right, okay, that's good. Now we need an animal with a big pull. So we're going to bring in a large herbivore. Maybe we'll bring in an elephant. So let's have a look at what we've got available. The African savanna elephant. Oh, we've only got conservation points available. Okay, right. You be quiet about the ticket prices. We've completed some research on the ostrich. That's good. Right, okay, we can't do elephants. What else can we do? What else might have a big pull for guests? High amounts of litter. I've put no bins in. I'm ruining this for myself. What could we potentially bring in? In fact, let's just adjust this price. We'll change the price to cash listings only. Right, okay, that gives us a bit more of an option. Trying to think what we could potentially put in. Maybe wildebeest. I'm losing money hand over fist here. This isn't going well. We're losing so much money. Oh, because everybody's left because the prices are too high. Right, okay, let's sort this. We need to, we've gone too far. We're charging way too much for tickets. Let's bring this down. There we go. That should hopefully bring some money in. Oh dear. Right, we've got 2 minutes left. This looks awful, doesn't it? My God. Right, come on. I need money. Please just donate some cash. Yes. Ostriches should be trained to steal money from my guests. Getting a lot of research done, which is good. But we're stuck now. We're hemorrhaging cash. Am I going to need to take out a loan here? Oh. We need more exhibits. That's what's going to save us here. More exhibits. So we can like start selling them. So what I'll do is, I can't take out a loan yet. I need to take out a loan. We have no money. Right, yeah. We're going to, for the sake of this, I'm going to have to take some money out. We'll take a 50 grand loan off. And then I'm going to quickly add in a number of exhibits here along this route. It's so bad. It's so bad. Right, we got £20,000 left of that loan. And we want exhibit animals now. So we're going to grab a forest scorpion. We'll take 1, 2. I'm going to take, if I can get another male. Yep. So we'll put these two in this one. And then we'll put these two in here. What else could we potentially put in? Giant centipedes. I think they breed pretty quickly. Oh, only males, right? Okay, never mind. Axolotls, they're always the ones that bring in a fair bit. So I have a female there, and we can grab that male too. That's good. That might really help us. They sell for a lot of money, so having them in will help me out here. And then I know exactly what's going to happen when I get one that's going to throw me. You're going to make me get rid of my... right, okay. Giant burrowing cockroaches. That should be a good one. Now, exhibits again, and come on, there's got to be something else. What else breeds quite quickly and we can sell for fair? Ah, land snails. And the leaf insects as well, they're pretty good. That's the time up. Here we go. Now, before we do anything, let's just pause. Pause. And then we'll go back over to the Wheel of Chaos and spin again. Temperature mismatch. Oh my god. That's the worst one. Dear. Okay, change the timer back to 10 minutes. Right, okay, so before I resume, we're going to need to go here. We need to get our habitat. Yeah, temperature mismatch is really, really bad. We need to put a big cooler in here. And then we need to drop the temperature all the way down. And then all of our exhibits as well. So I'll put my new exhibits in. This could actually ruin me. This could bankrupt the zoo already. You don't realize how, God, how many things are actually impacted by the temperature. So I can have the humidity balanced. That wasn't part of it. So we can sort that out. And then we need to lower the temperatures or just have these mismatched. So we need to drop that down. That's fine. Here we need to... the temperature range, we need to drop that down again, and then over here we can have the humidity set correctly, so that's fine. Yep, that's good. And then over here with the axolotl, the temperature needs to be mismatched, but then up here we can have 84% humidity. That's good. And then again here. Now the problem with it is that the animals need to have good conditions for breeding, so this will have quite an impact on us. And then next up, we need to go here. This one's empty. Did I not? I haven't got anything for that one. Okay. Right. Drop the temperature here. Drop the temperature here. Oh my god, this is awful. And drop it there. Right, okay. Now we've got 10 minutes. Let's see how this goes. Oh, I don't like this one. I really don't like this one. Oh, God. Yes, we tried for elephants, but you basically, you need conservation points to get them midnight. So, unfortunately, no dice on the elephants yet. We'll just have to wait and hope that we finally get some conservation points so we can get them on. But I think we've just had the worst chaos wheel imaginable. I'm going to get protesters all over the zoo now. This is not good. This is not good at all. Right, okay. Um, any new animals that I bring in, like if we have, let's just make sure that this has worked. It should have worked. I'm going to duplicate it, and I'll duplicate it again, and I'll duplicate it again, and we'll put it in the pit as well. Oh no. Basically, all I can do is hold out for 10 minutes now. I can put my animal in here, whatever I was going to put in, so let's see if we can quickly find one. Yeah, riots at a lack of elephants. We'll bring in the African buffalo. Oh, no, that was a bad idea. I don't have any females available. Okay. Can't do black wildebeest either. Blue wildebeest? Yes, blue wildebeest. My habitat has damaged barriers. That is probably because the animals are trying to break out. Oh no. Let's make a little bit of a viewing area in this barrier for our guests so they can actually see the animals in there again. And we will add in... oh no. Some donation bins. I think our main enemy here is going to be money. We are going to run out. I don't think we're going to get enough in to actually make this work. But it is an absolute disaster already. Mainly because we have to build so quickly and just throw things up and hope that they work. Right, blue wildebeest. And again, blue wildebeest. I think there was another one. I put another one in somewhere on this corner here. Oh dear. Oh dear. Right, coverage. They're a grassland map animals, so they're pretty good with very little stuff, but they do need some grass. They need less sand, so we can do that. Put a load of grass in here. Nice big swathe of it. There we go. That gets the terrain good. And then we can put some long grass in, filling in their blanks, and they'll need a bit of soil as well. So we'll put some soil right in the middle. And then we need to just give them some hard shelter and enrichment items. So habitat, change it from common warthog to a blue wildebeest. Hard shelter, and we want a fairly sizable stock shelter here, which we will put in there. God, it's disgusting, isn't it? It's really bad. This is not... If you are watching here and expecting a serious build, no, not happening. I'm not building anything intricate or making anything look good. We just have to try and get a functional zoo that's able to make some profit. And at the moment, not happening. Right, so let's get some food in. The hole looks beautiful. I don't think so. I don't think it does. Right, what can we put in for them? They can do without any plants, which actually saves me a ton of money. Let's have a look at what else we can potentially put in. Is there anything we can put in to give them some enrichment? No, we've not unlocked any enrichment items. What about for the ostrich? Because we do have them researching. Common ostrich, yes, we can put in some enrichment for them. Like a forage box. Amazing. Yes. Cool, right. I've got 4.5 minutes left. 4.5 minutes left of temperatures that are disgustingly bad for all of the animals in my zoo. I don't know if it's actually affected the ostriches. It has actually. The temperature has, yeah, it is too cold for them. So it's worked. So that's good. But my word, is this bad. This is giving me major anxiety. It's terrible. Oh god. Right, let's see. We need to keep pushing animals while we've got money. How is that loan looking? I've got 46,000 left to repay. We are losing money hand over fist. The guests are really unhappy, and the average animal welfare is awful. Right, okay. This is not going well, and I need to be careful with my cash, because, yeah, if this keeps up, we're not going to have any money left. So I basically just need to. I can't expand anymore. It's too much of a risk. What I need to do is try and ride out these next 10 minutes and hope that some of our animals breed so I can sell some. So I'm just going to turn on management here for our giant forest scorpions, and we'll have max females at 3, max males at 3. We'll go with appeal lowest first, and again appeal lowest first, and we will sell for cash again. Switch that on. I'm not going to sleep tonight, Ian. When we played this with 2 Point Campus, it was exactly the same. I barely scraped the 1-star objective for the new DLC, and it was chaos. But I got there. It took 3 hours, but I got there. We'll do the same with this. Again, sell for cash. Sell for cash, appeal, lowest first. And again, appeal, lowest first. Turn that on. And I just need to keep doing this once until we get it all done. I think it's 3 here as well. You know what? Actually, playing it with chaos, I might actually be excited to build something properly very soon. So that's good. But yes, I will show you what I'm working on. I don't know if it's going to be ready by tomorrow, but I thought it appropriate that I do a little bit of management in Arcadia before we get back to it. I did actually watch a very, very interesting video that might actually help with some of the lag. What I didn't realise was when we got the new Planet Zoo update that gave like more climbing stuff, it automatically turns on climbing on everything in your zoo, and that causes a huge amount of like server of load, generating the climbing things. Oh, Ian, a dome? Are you trying to give me a heart attack? So yeah, the game actually automatically puts on the climbing enabled on all of your items that you currently have in your zoo. So I highlighted everything in Arcadia, turned off the climbing, and suddenly it's running a lot smoother. So that's actually been a big help. I think it might have been Adam Up. I don't know if you've ever seen some of his stuff. It's really good. He's a really good builder. And oh, we've lost one of our tarantulas already. That is really bad. That is very, very bad for us. So which one is it? Brazilian wandering spider. Oh god. And it was a female. Yes, good, excellent. Right, get you in. Come on, get in. Get in. Oh, God. Okay, right. It's time to spin the wheel. Oh, no. Right, let's see what happens then. Oh, please just give me something good. Drop some dirt. Okay. So in the same as dig a hole, drop some dirt, we get our terrain stamp. Oh no. Right, okay. Doesn't look too bad, does it? This is awful. Oh, okay, right. Now, timer, start again. Okay, right, let's go. Now I can sort out my temperature. Let's do it. So, temperature. That one's... Oh, I made a mistake with that, didn't I? Right, but I can do this now. We can get the temperature looking much better for our animals. That'll mean the protesters go away. Yeah, much easier than the last one. That might actually give us an opportunity to bring some money in and get the breeding done because the conditions are a little bit better. So I'm hoping that gives us a little bit of breathing space. I don't have any exhibits in there. Oh god, I'm so grateful for that one. That was much easier than the last one. Stop protesting. You can all go home now, please. The protesters are leaving. Right, we've got high amounts of litter. So, let's put some bins in. Very quickly. Before we run out. Oh, I forgot to... Oh, the inspectors spotted a protester and they've fined us. Great, okay. And we can get rid of these coolers now as well. Have they knocked the pumpkin ball into the hole? Hello, Lep. Oh, God. Right, okay. I'm low on cash again. But all of the protesters are leaving now. I should be able to increase my entry tickets. Come on. This has got to work. This has got to be the one. We maybe need to hire another mechanic. I'm still losing money. It's really not good. We've got damaged barriers in this habitat. How are we looking? We're making a profit. We're making a profit. Oh, no! Oh. The Wheel of Chaos does not progress well. I forgot. These barriers are not strong enough. Do I have a stronger barrier? Yes. And, oh, God. The wildebeest have escaped. Aris, the Chaos is... chaotic already. Our wildebeest have escaped because I put the wrong barrier in. I don't know where our vet is to actually go and sort that out. We are losing money hand over fist. It's not looking good at all. I might be bankrupt already. And the Chaos Wheel may have beaten me after less than an hour. The wildebeest just gone for a swim. Oh dear. Someone needs to go and get it. Is someone going to grab it or what? Please help me. The Malaysian leaf insects have died. Ah, God. Finally, they've got him. We can't possibly have protesters. Can we? We do. Why are they on low welfare? What's the problem? Exhibit, welfare issues, cleanliness. Keeper, please get there and sort that out. Oh my god. We need more staff. I need to pay off this loan. The loan is killing me, I think. Ah! Help! Please help! Debt. How do we get out of debt? I should have played this on easy. Right, we might need to... I am. Yeah, I'm totally beyond help. I can't get out of this unless we change it to easy. But the loans are killing me. Staff wages, loan interest. The loan interest is way more than what I can afford. Like, I literally think the chaos where we had to close the zoo and the chaos where we had to reduce the temperature has just ruined it. And I can't afford to take out another loan because I'm already struggling with the current one. And we're not making enough money unless our axolotl breed like mad and bring us in some more cash. Like, how is this looking? Ooh, yes, expecting offspring. And expecting offspring. This is good. This is good. We can do it. We can get out of this. They've had offspring. They'll be sold immediately. Oh, no, they won't. They will actually just continue to build offspring, which is great, because then when we start getting some of them having more offspring, this could be the way forward. The exhibits. Our leaf insects not doing so well, though. But we need more staff. We need to be able to afford more staff. And this is exploding. Our power sources have failed, which... Mechanics, come back here, quickly. I need a work zone. Let's just quickly set up a work zone. That's about as much as I can do. That's our work zone. And then we'll go back to our zoo. This is more stressful than 2 Point Campus, actually. Let's get all of these staff. And we will put them on the no work zone. No, the work zone. I've got a work zone. Create work zone 1. There we go. Right, that's done. And we now have staff assigned to that work zone. And money is still quite a difficult thing. We've got 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. Is our mechanic still here? Or have they quit? They are still here. I'm going to put another mechanic in. And we'll put another... keeper in. That should help. And what we might need to do is maybe sell off our vet surgery or something, or sell something that we don't actually need. In fact, I know what I'm going to do. We are going to sell these buildings here. We will then sack the staff that are working, the 2 vendors. As soon as we get a bit more money, and that should save us and cut down on our wages. So as soon as we get some more cash in, we'll put in some vending machines instead. Now that might give us a hand. I think we might have done this. Sack them all. I like your thinking, but I still need them to do some work. I need them to feed the animals. Our leaf insects had offspring. That's good. We've got a reward. Oh my god. Oh my god. Our reputation's at 2 stars. Yes. We're almost out of debt. And we're going back into debt. Never mind, it was fun while it lasted. Come on. Are you going to put some money in the donation bins? We made a lot of money from donations for the warthogs and the ostriches, so that's good to see. But once again, we slip further into debt. And there's only 10 seconds left before we have to spin that dreaded wheel again. We've got some young offspring here. I'm going to need to adjust this barrier, actually, because if we have a quick look here, the ostriches don't like each other at all. There's... Oh, God. I dread to think. Well, you know what time it is. Remove habitat. Okay. Which habitat do I remove? Do we get rid of our wildebeest or our warthogs and ostriches? You guys decide. It's not on me. So before I start the timer again, first person to comment on what I get rid of, I get rid of. And this could work in two ways. It could ruin me further because I won't have those animals in, or it could help me out because I'm saving on food, actually deleting the barriers and stuff and getting a bit of a refund on that. So it's on you guys. First one. Right, Ares has said it. We have to get rid of the ostriches, but that also means we lose the warthogs as well because it is a shared habitat. So let's go to our animal trading. We will find our animals here. We need to find our species, our common ostrich and our common warthog. And get rid of those ones. Unfortunately, because we've got some offspring here, these two babies need to go into our trade center and they just stay there. And then this entire habitat needs to be deleted. I don't have the money to actually delete the foliage here. It costs you money to delete foliage. I don't know if you know this about Planet Zoo. But yeah. That was... An animal has escaped. I'm trying to put it in my trade center anyway, so don't you worry. The path goes. These go. I mean, you've kind of done me a favor because the pit has now vanished. Well, it will. We can't use the pit anymore. Or I can build around the pit, which is going to help. Oh, God. Yeah, it costs money to delete foliage. So once you've put it in place, if you want to get rid of it, you have to pay to get rid of it. But once again, I can't do anything, essentially, because I can't afford to do... I mean, I could put these two babies in here. That's what's happening. I've removed an exhibit. I've sold the animals that I can sell, so I'm able to put in these babies, which is going to bring in some guests, and they're going to actually enjoy looking at them. And then they'll grow up, and then I can get rid of them, so that's fine. But yeah, the money is... We're pretty screwed here. We're in trouble. I lose a bit on taxes and stuff, and yeah, I think... But we're losing way more money now because people aren't wanting to come in because we've lost an exhibit. The guests are going to think the tickets are overpriced, which means they're not going to want to come here. So we're going to have to drop the prices down, which is going to see me lose even more money. And yeah, unless the exhibits start working really hard for us, we are not going to get out of this pit of doom. How much money have we got left to pay on that loan? We're halfway through repaying the loan. So as long as I don't go bankrupt in this time, we might be okay. This is worse than the 2-point campus one. Oh, the timer, Polly. Right, we'll knock a couple of minutes off. Thank you for the reminder. The timer starts. It's because I'm stressing so much. Right, I'm going to... Because I've not had anything with my speed, I'm just going to let things go a little bit slower, and I'll have to try and figure out a way to get out of it. I really don't want to take out a loan. But the money here and everything is really... I'm really struggling with this. Right, let's put the correct education boards on here. That would help. Yeah, thank you for the breathing reminder. This will happen a lot. Have my axolotls bred to a point yet where they're going to be... If I get those breeding, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move them into these 2 habitats here. Let's just have a look. So we've got another couple in there, which is really good. I will grab one from there and pop him in. And then we'll grab another one. This is good. This is good. For some reason, they're really not happy about their layout. They need some sort of enrichment so they can hide. But as you can see, the money will continue to drop. Here we just need to adjust the temperature and things to make their life a little bit better. And we'll get the humidity all the way up. And then we can add the education board in. It's okay, don't worry, don't worry. Can we get a keeper over here, though, to sort out these Malaysian leaf insects? Because that really needs to be cleaned up. If that female dies, the Malaysian leaf insect is done for. Like... Look at the little warthogs. Let's just have a calm look at the little warthog. Ah. The warthog of peace. Ah. Ah. I'm just forgetting all of my problems right now. I'm starting to feel a bit better. Okay. That's good. We've calmed down now. We've calmed down. I mean, this is something else. We don't have money. There's really not a great deal I can do at the moment. I just need to try and think of a plan to get out of it. I can't build new habitats. I can't build new exhibits because I don't have money. Can't take out a loan because we don't have money to pay back the loan. And, yeah. So let's just have a quick look at our finances. Purchases. So we've not actually sold any animals yet. And it will be a while before we can, because what we need to do is we need to get these populations beyond my limit. And once we get beyond the limit, we will then be able to start selling automatically. Every time there's a breeding cycle that completes, we'll be able to automatically sell any animals that breed within these enclosures. And that'll just bring in a nice little bit of income for us, and then hopefully we'll tip that scale very soon. Like if I just have a quick look over here, these guys are at 3, but there's no females there. That's not good. And here we are almost full up there. So that could help. That could help. We've got 2 minutes left. I'm going to just speed things up because I think that might help me in the short term. If I can bring in enough money and speed run getting these exhibits to capacity so that we start selling the offspring, I think we might be okay. He says, with hope. Because I do sense that there is some sort of tipping point here as we drop even further into debt. Like, if we can get the loan paid off, like looking at our loan here, our periodic repayment for this year, we pay off around about $8,000 a year. Our ongoing our total expenses for the year are something like, I think 19,000 might be that's our income for last year. And our expenses were 15, plus taxes, plus the loan. So our expenses were around about 25,000, and our income was, 19. Last year we had a much better cash flow, so the worst spin, as I've found out, is probably closing your zoo in the early stages. Then I would say temperature. Because temperature changes, if we have like an uneven temperature for our animals, they will have protesters all over the place. Protesters bring down the rating of your zoo, and consequently that leads to less income. And that's why we've kind of found ourselves in the hole that we're in. The first spin was closing the zoo, and that was the first one, as Georgia has mentioned. Closing the zoo basically meant for 10 minutes we had no income, but we were having to spend money on feed and looking after our animals. Oh, we've got a baby wildebeest. I mean, watching it in speedy mode doesn't help, but yeah. Yeah, so closing the zoo, and then we've got little bits like digging a hole, throwing a load of earth on, deleting exhibits is pretty bad. That's kind of led to us making less of an income, and it's time to spin the wheel again. Please be gentle. False facts. Oh, amazing. Right. So, false facts. That's actually a massive let-off. But, false facts. We need to create some facts about one animal. So, think of an animal that we have in the zoo. I will bring up my animal list here. This is the list of animals within the zoo. If you pick an animal, I will give you some false facts on it. I can't actually put any signs in because I've got no money. Oh dear. But what I think it should do is, I will tell you some false facts about animals, but I think as well we need to get rid of all of the education boards in the zoo. Why am I making this more difficult for myself? In fact, if I just go to my... Where was it? We've unlocked the Africa theme. Not that I can do anything with it. Education. False facts about the axolotl. So did you know that axolotls aren't actually... they don't have feet. They are just a giant foot. Like it's 1 foot with multiple tiny fingers that then spread out into even smaller fingers. Yeah, that's true. An axolotl is kind of like imagine a worm but with scales. That's what it is. And they basically evolved legs, extra limbs to try and cope with the harshness of living in the desert. Yeah, essentially it's a slug with fingers attached to it. But then what happened was, a while ago there was like a rogue band of axolotls who ended up on a shipping container, and the shipping container crashed, and then they ended up in their new environment, and they basically had to adapt to it. They also have small machine guns mounted underneath them that you can't see unless it's nighttime. They kind of come out as a defense mechanism at night. I haven't even started the timer yet, and that means I'm going to have to just keep talking to you about the axolotl. Also, Mike is the spreader of misinformation, but I've fired him. So it's just me. Yeah, they were a musical band. They can play musical instruments, Georgia. Axolotls are very, very well tuned to music, and they will frequently be caught playing like banjos and stuff. They're really, really clever animals. They're probably the most intelligent animal in the world. Even more intelligent than dolphins. And did you know, right, when Douglas Adams wrote The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and he wrote the bit about dolphins, that was originally meant to be axolotls. But axolotls actually sent him a cease and desist order and told him to stop writing about them because he didn't want they didn't want to have their extreme intelligence exposed to the rest of the world. So yeah, they sent him a cease and desist order, and he had to stop writing, and that's why he ended up writing about dolphins. And the only reason that we now know so much about dolphins is because Douglas Adams had that thing. So maybe if he'd gotten away with it, and then the axolotls are now deeply, deeply regretful because nobody really knows all of the facts. The only reason I know them is because I am an expert on axolotls, and I did a lot of research into them. They can talk, but they only know 4 words. Those words are banjo, of course, dolphin, and Douglas Adams. So yeah, they just basically they say things in different pitches so that you can understand what it is they want. So if they say Douglas Adams, you know they're really angry because they're still quite bitter about him for 2 reasons. One, the reason that he actually decided to make them the most intelligent animal in the world in the first place, and 2, because he didn't put up a fight to explain to them that they'd get so much exposure that they'd become a really famous animal. Thankfully, though, axolotls did make their way into popular culture earlier on. In like it took a bit of time, but they are now quite a popular animal in culture because of their little smiles and stuff. But actually, they're not smiling; they're frowning. So if you ever look at an axolotl and it appears to be smiling, he's actually plotting to kill you. That is a fact. I don't know if you know this, but more people die from axolotl death stares than are killed by sharks every year. That's genuinely a fact, yeah. If an axolotl looks at you for longer than like 3 seconds and you maintain that eye contact, you will die. It's called the curse of the axolotl. And it's been known to kill several people every year. So that little smile, if you think he's being cute and everything, no, he's not. He's literally looking deep into your soul, in your eyes, right through into your brain. And then, yeah, your brain just shuts down and that's it. So, yeah, if you are looking for a way to kill someone and get away with it, buy an axolotl and leave it on the desk. When they come in at night to look at the axolotl, stare it right in the eye. Seconds later, gone. Gone. Beware axolotls. And actually, those of you who've listened to this information tonight, you really can't tell anyone. And you especially can't let an axolotl know that you know it, because you're next. if an axolotl finds out that anybody's been telling people about this, they'll come for them when they least expect it. Did you know that there's 3,500 axolotls living in the sewers of London, and they have started, they actually, during the war, during the Blitz, axolotls were actually responsible for disrupting communications within the attacking planes. They would flare their whatever part that, that pretty little part of their body, they flare it, and basically it causes like a sonar effect, and that disrupted the radar communications of the attacking German army. So yeah, we've got in the UK, we've got to thank them for a lot of things, axolotls, and they secretly rule over the entirety of the UK at the moment. But someone in the last few years actually stopped communicating with the axolotls, and that's how the UK is in complete chaos right now. So if we ever find this lost band of axolotls that's living in the sewers of London, the UK will probably return to being a little bit of a better place to be. I've got 2 minutes left of axolotl facts. I don't know. Oh, God. They can be very friendly, so if you do get on their good side, just yes, axolotls are actually the descendants of Rufus Yeatus. So he basically is the guy who created axolotls. They came down from a giant space meteorite. That's why they look so alien, and there's not really anything else out there that looks like them. They came from space. And that's why they're so hyper intelligent. You promised your daughter you'd get an axolotl. maybe not now. But I mean, they will protect her. Speaking of which, our axolotls have had some offspring. Let's just ignore the debt. I can't expand this zoo, by the way. We can't do anything anymore. It's just have I paid off the loan yet? Surely I've paid off the loan. We've got 3,500 left on the loan to pay. Hopefully I'll start making some profit, because this is insane. But yes, that's all I've got for you regarding the axolotl. Just be very, very careful when it comes to them. Is it time for the timer to run out again? God, right. I've spent so much time talking about them that I've forgotten what I was doing. So that is the end of the false facts section. I'm sorry, I don't have any more. I can't. That was a long period of time to talk about axolotls, and yeah. If you do want to get away with murder, buy yourself some axolotls, or even better, send your enemies an axolotl as a birthday present. That's the best thing to do. Spin the wheel. God. I'm exhausted after that. That's the end of false facts. Next up, what have we got? Oh no. Well, we've got one habitat. Just stay in there. Who's going to be the first to escape? They aren't going anywhere. Oh, there we go. Who went first? How quick did everybody leave? I think this is the end, guys. We can't do anything now. Ian, I didn't build the wheel at the beginning. I built it in advance. Basically, I've got a Discord, and so we did the community vote, and people came in, voted for Planet Zoo to be the Chaos Wheel. And then in my Discord, which you're welcome to join if you have Discord, we talk from time to time. We talk about stuff, and then we like make decisions on streams and stuff. You get little bits of previews of what I'm doing, and then I basically put in a suggestion. What should I put on the wheel? We had Wolfie. We had we had Red Rose Dragon. They all gave us suggestions for what to put on, and I added a few in myself. And yeah, that was it. I did like a little bit of a brief before you arrived of what was actually on the wheel this time, but people are coming back in now. This is insane. Well, every time they they get to a certain point. Do you know what I've just realised? I literally can't do anything for 10 minutes because the only way I can put the barriers back is by pushing undo. So it just has to be left like this. Look, when they get to a certain point, they see the ostrich at the bin there, and then they just turn around and leave. And I've not started the timer again. So we're leaving it at 7 minutes. This is the end. This zoo can't survive anymore. We are completely out of ideas. We can't recover from this. Like, there's no possible way. And every time an inspector comes in and sees that we've got animals on the loose, they give us a fine. They're all just running around. Every time we capture them and put them back in their enclosure, they just escape again because there's no barriers. But yes, I kind of populated the wheel, and I think this is ostriches are scary. They might rob you. Oh, this is gone. This is done. I'm never going to financially recover from this. All I can do here is spout misfacts at you, actually. Did you know that common warthogs can run 50 miles per hour? That's why cheetahs don't bother to hunt them, because they know warthogs are very fast. The Lion King film was actually a lot more factually accurate than you may be led to believe. They make friends with meerkats a lot, and they do talk to each other in their own language, so we will never possibly understand them. And there's an ongoing lawsuit that's been going on since The Lion King was released from warthogs and meerkats, but they've never been able to actually translate what they're trying to say. So we've never been able to understand the lawsuit that was issued to Walt Disney. So at some point, when somebody actually puts in the effort to translate that speech, we will finally know what the suit was for. But at the moment, Walt Disney continued to ignore the lawsuit and just use that IP for ridiculous things, like terrible remakes. But the Lion King musical, a warthog in a national park in Africa actually enjoyed listening to the music so much that it allowed the musical to continue. So if you ever go on safari in Africa, I think it might be Namibia, you'll hear the music playing there every now and then from the actual Lion King musical, and it's because it's known to soothe warthogs actually, and it stops them running rampant and escaping the national park, where they often find themselves on farms where they will eat a lot of farmers' produce, and it became a problem. But because they didn't want to hunt the warthogs, they couldn't do anything about it, so they allowed them to. They just had to let them run rampant. But eventually, somebody discovered the music of the Lion King musical and just played it for them. And the warthogs returned to the national park and just got on with life there because they found the music so entertaining and soothing. So that's a very fun fact for you. That is not at all true. I don't know what to do about this, guys. This is done. We've got 1 guest, 5 guests, 10 guests. At least they're paying the entrance fee every time they come in. We've paid off the loan. Oh my god. This is the worst zoo I've ever built. I need to let my hair down. Every time they get put back in, they're just like, what are you even doing? Take me back to the habitat so I can escape again. Well, I think I don't think I can do any more chaos stuff in this zoo because there's just nothing is happening. It's literally just me spinning a wheel and getting stressed for 10 minutes because I can't actually develop the zoo at all. And what I should have done actually was started off on easy mode and left it as very easy, and then on wheel spins we could have hard mode and medium mode because we are already playing on medium. And yeah, that can be very, very difficult when you're doing stuff like this. I think I made it more difficult for myself than I should have. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, we'll end it on this one. We'll not end the stream. We are going to go and I'm going to show you something that I've been working on in sandbox mode for integration into Arcadia. And it's actually going to be my next build. So we'll do that. It was a nice change, but unfortunately the Wheel of Chaos has defeated me thoroughly. Like I can't recover from this at all. So what I'll do is I'll go back to my main menu a second. We will just take a little bit of a breather. I'm going to go freshen up. We'll get rid of the timer. We'll say goodbye to the Wheel of Chaos. Thank you. I'm really glad you guys enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun doing it. The stream isn't ending though. We'll just take a very small intermission, and I will see you guys in a moment.
Hey. Hey.
Oh, hello, game. You are there. Let me just sort this out. I also definitely heard the timer as well. There we go. Right, we've got Planet Zoo back. Let me just pop us on... Okay, so at the moment I am working on some staff stuff. So basically, I'm in sandbox mode. I'm not actually in Arcadia because issues and stuff. And I'm going to do some blueprints that I'm actually finally going to put up on the workshop so you can download them yourself. Basically, what I want to do is I'm going to do 2 tiers of staff building. The first one is going to be a very basic one. It is having a staff room, a research centre, an animal trade centre, and a keeper hut. And then the second one is 2 stories, and it's got everything in it. And the idea that I've had is basically in Arcadia at the moment, I'm having a lot of issues with my work zones, staff taking ages to get from A to B, which is affecting the animals. And it seems like the staff are just running around chaotically all the time. So what I've started doing is designing these buildings. And these buildings are essentially going to have the same kind of flat pack design the entire time. And the entrance is here. So let's take this one, for example. So say I want my staff path to come this way. I want my staff to go in the door here and then here. And you imagine basically if I just very quickly add some like terrain on here or something. So imagine we're going to put this into like the side of a cliff or something. So the cliff will kind of go up around it like this. And then I would put a front on this. So if we grab some like construction pieces or something, say I want this to be part of my temple themed building, we would just go to our temple construction pieces and put like a facade on the front of it. And it's just going to save me so much time in like designing buildings and stuff that I can actually just add it in. The other great thing about it is it's all going to have like a flat roof. So if I wanted this to just be a basic flat pack staff building that I put down outside, it's got that really nice thematic frontage on it that is standard Planet Zoo theming that I like to do for my zoos. So it'll work as an outside piece on its own anyway. But what I can also do is, because I'm going to have a flat roof, and what I'll do is, this one, for example, over on this side, I've had a new idea. So what I'll do is, I will remove this metal beam here. We'll take this path out there, and then we're going to run a staircase up. Exactly. Rufus Yeetus. And then here, basically, what I can then do is, if I just quickly duplicate this entire building for now, I'll show you what I can do. So we're going to duplicate it, and then we're going to sink it into the ground. Like that. Then I'll be able to remove the terrain here. If we just sculpt down to reveal the building, and then flatten to foundation. Turn off scenery lock. Oh no, turn that off. Now, I don't quite know why this is happening, but this is often a common occurrence. What I might need to do actually is... let's just make sure that I've got this on my settings a second. Controls, and it's terrain edit mode. No, that I don't want controls, it's game. Ah, there we go. Right, disable, see, that's on. These are all on. So this actually shouldn't be leaving those annoying little bits in here. Let's just see if I can push them away. There we go. That's better. That's what I want. So effectively what we have here now the path isn't put in here, but what you'll be able to do is, if you decide that you're going to get this yourself, is put the path in yourself. For some reason, doesn't want to do that either. Now the path isn't even lining up properly. So teething problems here. But you'll be able to link this all up. I think you have to start with the staff room because of the odd shape. So then what you would do is you would add all of these in all the way around. We're not going to do these bits here. We'll add this in coming around, and then around here, around here, around here, and then this little piece here, rather than actually doing it that way, we'll go up and up again, level it off, and then like kind of come out so you're back with the terrain. You can turn tunneling off actually. And then basically what we can do is we can create this kind of underground area that has an almost like a nice exit area to it. So that's the idea I'm going for, but yeah, I haven't really explained that very well. But we'll get rid of all of this. We can just remove the whole building itself, and I'll go back to actually building the construction itself. In fact, I can very quickly just get rid of that. So I'm designing it all in sandbox mode because it's just a bit easier, and then I can just drop it in to the zoo itself. But you can see what we're going for here. So this would basically be your exit, and the path, you could then have it aligned to the grid and come out this way. So what I need to do now is just finish off the wall, because if this is where I want my staircase to be, we can duplicate this, pop it down there, and then if we just very quickly grab this piece of stained wood wall here, we can have that go there. And then we've kind of got this basic exit area. Now, before I put the roof on this and actually consider this one finished, we are going to do a little bit of lighting in here. It's much calmer, Ian. I feel much more at ease now. So let's get some nice lights. And we're just, once again, we're going to go for the stock Planet Zoo lights that you get. Yes, a staff bunker. That's exactly what it is. We get some nice hanging lights in here, and we'll use these lamps. I think they'll be good ones to put in. Now what I like to do is we'll grab these, this entire structure here, all of this path, we'll duplicate it, get it lined up, bring it out of the entire building, and then we can just go underneath it and get some of these hanging lamps. If I just turn off the random rotation, they should line up very nicely now. There we go. We'll go with one there. We'll have one here, and one there. And then we can just grab it and we'll give it a nice rotation. 45 degrees all the way. We'll leave that one as it is, and that one as it is, and then this one we'll give a little bit of a rotation to as well. And then I like to be a bit more detailed, so what we'll do is we'll find the switches. We'll put this exterior switch down here, and then another one there, and another one there. And add add that one to there, that one there, and this one here. Then we want to grab some metal. We need a metal post or a metal pipe or something. And then we're going to just design a little bit of conduit to go in here as well. So these cast iron fence posts I always find are very good for this sort of stuff, because they're a little bit slimmer and you can get them really nicely matched up. Like this. So this conduit will just go all the way through, and the idea is that the electrical cabling for the building is running through these little pieces of metal and powering the lights that are in the room. And then I'm going to duplicate this, but then we replace with the cast iron fence post. And then this again starts to come along here. I feel a lot more at ease now. That was hell. That, honestly, I was not expecting that to be so difficult, you know. I thought it would be tough, but I wasn't expecting it to be as chaotic as it was. But I definitely made it too hard for myself by having the playing it on medium mode. And again, we'll grab this and cast iron fence post. Give it a rotation. And bring it all the way along. Oh, don't be sorry for voting. I had fun nonetheless. I was just, honestly, I was expecting it to be a lot easier. But yeah, there's always that thing with Planet Zoo when you start off a franchise. If you on it, that's it. Like, and it's really, really important to get exhibits set up very quickly. I think my problem was 2 exhibits was a very, very bad idea. I should have gone for more. Should have like just done exhibits right up until like I was making a nice profit, or like at least let my exhibits grow to a point where I was able to sell them for cash and stuff, and that would have really helped us out. But forgot the basics, and that's where it wasn't on my side, and that was the problem. So we've got this nice bit of conduit, and all of our like roof pieces are now done, so we can then move this selection, sink it all the way down again, and just get it matched up. If I go to a no grid, there we go. That's better. We can pull it up one tiny little bit, and then we add in the finishing touches there, and then what we'll do is we'll just come back down here, and then we'll put this in there to seal it off. Now, you'll notice we have a little bit of an issue here. Well, if the wheel helped me out getting a subscriber, the wheel has done its job. Because if me putting myself through pain brings me subscribers, I will keep the wheel, and I will do the wheel as often as possible. But no, I had fun. It's a nice way to play the game sometimes. It can be, you know, it's obviously frustrating, but sometimes that's a good way to play. It gives you a nice little bit of a new perspective on things, and if people enjoy it, I will like continue to do it from time to time. I just don't know if my heart can take it every week. So what I want to do is I want to grab this little bit of conduit that we've got, and we're going to move this all the way along to the end here. then, yeah, exactly. As long as we're all having fun, I don't mind. You know, it's an interesting way to play the game. And I've not actually seen a lot of... I've not seen it done very often. Like, I know, like, there's a lot of, like, chaos mods and stuff out there for games like Grand Theft Auto and things all have their own, like, cool little chaos mod, but having something for Planet Zoo is pretty cool. Oh, no, I know. Honestly, I seem stressed, but I'm laughing so much at how ridiculous it gets. Because, like, I do kind of brand myself as a chilled-out streamer. We just do, like nice little cozy cottagecore games and stuff, and design-based stuff, and every now and then it's fun to throw in a little bit of... just a little bit craziness. It's always nice. And I do enjoy it. As much as it seems like I might not be, I really do. So I'm going to put this switch on here, and then we're going to give it a little bit of a different colour, just so that it stands out against that brickwork there. And then there we go. So we've now got this like lovely little bit of detail just on there that goes all the way through. The space is well lit, and we've kind of finished off the basic staff area for this. So apart from the pathing, it's pretty good going. And what you would do is, to actually place this, you would then need to just grab it here. You would sink it into the ground so that the... I think you would want that top bit just sticking out, so that when you put your path in, it's actually even and level with the upper bit. Then you've basically got this underground area, and what you could then do is you could add mulch to this bit and make it like a little bit of a flower planter and things, and it would just kind of finish that whole place off. And then what we would do is this space, if we just wanted to use this one, we could leave it as it is. And what I would do is, if I was going to have it like on the ground level, you would then just grab this piece here and move that to there. Then add another concrete portion on the top. And actually what you've then created is just an extra area for staff to go on to. But because we've now concreted the top here, you can see there's some slight issues with the way that the concrete clips through this part of it. So we need to put something else in there to just give it a little bit of a covering. So I'm going to grab some metal pieces, I think. And we'll find something nice to just cover that up. Maybe some corrugated iron, or these corrugated iron walls. I think we can add some... They have a panel version, don't they? Yes, they do. So I think these might be quite nice. So we'll bring this up. We'll add this to this portion here. Sink it in a touch so that it's covering the concrete. Maybe I don't like that. Maybe I want something else, actually. Let's have a look. What wood can we use? Wood might be a good idea. Let's have a quick look. These African sticks I always like using these, but we could go with Arctic wood, which is kind of standard for me. Maybe there's some nice East Asian timber pieces that we could use, or these Australia planks. No, they're too light, and I don't like... You can't colour them. So, I think we will maybe just go with East Asia timber. If I can find the correct one. Now, the water wheel planks are always good. This is the one. These bits of timber here. I think this should be a good call. So we'll sink that in, bring it out so that it just sticks out this side as well. I don't think we have Scandinavian birch in the game, unfortunately. But there we go, we can get these thrown in nice and easy. And they will just mask the clipping that we get with the timber that we're using at the moment. Ah, I feel a lot more relaxed now. So what we can do is, because these timber pieces don't quite reach the end because of the way that we've clipped them together, we'll put a cap on these stone pillars that we've got. And I think they all may need to move down a touch as well, because you can just about see some concrete there clipping through the bottom. Yeah, my blood pressure has returned to normal now, Ian. I feel a lot better. Right, so we need something for the top of this. Not... we can't put that on there. What else? What else could we potentially use? This is the chilled outside, Arrest. This is where I just... This is actually what I've done most on the channel, is cozy building sort of sims and stuff like that. So you actually looked out, because that was the first time I'd done the chaos wheel thing. Right, what can we put down here? I'm sure there are some nice pieces that we could potentially use to just frame this all. But, Ooh. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Like, because all they need to do is hide the join in the wood. And it acts as a nice little topper, which is pretty cool. Now, you'll also notice we've got these steel girders here. And something needs to be done about them. So, oh, I've just realised that none of these are actually attached to the... They're not attached to the building. That's frustrating. Right, well, we're going to have to do something about that. So, we'll merge these into one group. And then we'll go back into our edit. We will grab every little bit of wood again. And then we'll drop it down a couple of pixels, just so that it's nice and flush against the rest of the wall. And we don't have a single bit of concrete poking through from the roof. There. That should be it. Now, yes, these steel girders here, they're kind of poking out, and we need to do something about that. So they need something on top of them as well, just to give like a little bit of an edge to it. So we've got some sort of support, or maybe like a little overhang. And I think we can actually bring in this Arctic architecture beam here and just lay that on the top. And then that should give us a nice little bit of frame. Actually, it's a little bit too thick. So maybe not that one. What about, I think maybe some stone here would finish it all off. So what have we got? We've got the European decorative. Ooh, yeah, this is what we'll use. 2 meters, 1 meter, 4 meters. We'll take the 4 meter ones. Should give us the most amount of coverage. We'll flip it that way and then bring it around. Oh, wait. No, yeah, this is good. This is what I want. This is what we'll do. So we bring that into there. Get it lined up with the actual steel girder first. Yeah, that works. Cool. Right, and then bring this across. Now we want this to go all the way across here, so it's framing this entire section a little bit. So we need to sink it down a touch as well. Then that's actually going to cover that girder, so it doesn't really make a great deal of sense. Yeah, meters. Mainly because of the game, actually. I don't normally talk meters, so my apologies. Yeah, that doesn't work. We're going to need something else for this. These brick trims are pretty cool, but yeah. What I really want to use is the Indonesian temple stuff. So let's have a quick look, because I think they do have like a little stone trim that we can use. Here we are. Mossy stone trim. 2 meters. And that's too thin, typically. And the step is way too big. So, what about the block? Ah, yes, perfect. Do they have a 4 meter thin block, though? Doesn't look like they do. Well, this will do us. I think this is a really good option here. So this can now kind of go all the way around. And if we can get that lined up with our supporting beam there, like that, we can then bring it in like so. Okay, cool. That works. And I do want to bring it in as close as possible to the edge there. I don't think it will. It doesn't look good, does it? Do you know what? We'll get rid of them. We don't actually need them. We can leave those that steelwork exposed, I suppose. And I guess this finishes off this little staff building here. It's nice. It's got a bit of detail to it, and it is going to function quite well. So yeah, that's basically where I'm at for this build section at the moment. I'm just trying to get something that's a little bit more uniform. So what I'll do is, at the moment you are Aras, but I think we have Wolfie is Germany, Hero I think somewhere in Scandinavia, I think. Could be wrong about that. We've got, I'm just going through the chat now. Diz is South Africa, if he's still here. So yeah, we've got quite a few. Nice little international group here. Right, so this is in. This is good. What I want to do now is go over to Netherlands for red. Okay, yeah. I thought it was somewhere in that region. Now, I'm going to finish off, but first of all, we are going to actually go into the franchise mode. So we're going to go see Arcadia. And then I'm going to integrate that building into this zoo. And then we'll finish. But what I'll do is we'll be putting that in and around various different places within the zoo itself. And it means what I'll then do is redevelop the entire staff kind of areas that I've got at the moment, which will allow me to create more work zones and ease the burden on my staff in Planet Zoo in the Arcadia playthrough. And that should help us out. But yeah, it's been a while since we came here, so I thought as we're here tonight streaming. Why not have a little dive into it, and then we can show it off to anyone who's new. And then I will go and have a well-earned rest, because I don't know if I want to do Chaos Wheel in Planet Zoo ever again. So yeah, this episode isn't going to be finished. There's not going to be a Planet Zoo this weekend. I think it's a little bit too soon, and I want to make sure that I get it right. But I may live stream Planet Zoo next week. And then obviously big channel update coming very soon on stuff that's going on outside of things, just to keep you all up to date. This will take a while to load, so take a very long while to load. Come on, guys, let's get this in. I just want to show this off and then go to sleep. Robert Harris, Ian. What Robert Harris are you reading? I'm guessing Enigma, is that one of the Second World War one? Or is that an ancient Rome one? I think I've read maybe Pompeii. I would assume Enigma is Second World War, potentially like the Enigma machine or something. Okay, right, excuse the jankiness. We are gonna be laggy. Alright. Yeah, my Fusa keeps getting on the on the roof of its enclosure and escaping. God, it's been a while since we came here. Right then. So, I have kind of earmarked an area where I was going to have this go. And you may remember a while back I just plopped down a quarantine right here. So I'm getting rid of that. And then over here we've got a solar panel here that I'm going to get rid of. We're then going to get rid of the staff pathway there, and we're also going to get rid of this staff pathway. And then in here I'm going to mark out a little bit of an area. So we're just going to edit what we've got here. We're going to delete a large patch of trees here. And we're going to delete this bit. And this bit. And this bit. Do you know what I forgot to do? I'm sure you can guess. I forgot to save it as a blueprint. So, that's fun. We're going to have to go back out. Why didn't I just save it as a blueprint when I had the chance? What a fool. back to reindeers now, I think. Or it might give us a different animal this time on the load screen. We'll have to see what happens. Oh, it's a tortoise this time. Yeah, so very slow. Very slow. Ah, right, okay, back to the menu screen. Now we go back into our sandbox, back into this one. I hope that was the right one. Grab my blueprint, get back out of there, and then stick it into the zoo. And the idea is I'm basically going to have these stock buildings all the way around the zoo that I currently have. And then they'll just have a facade on the front of it, or I'll build an extra layer all the way around it. There we go, right, we can grab that now. Blueprint. Yep, cool. And then we want to go with small building, create blueprint. That'll then save, and then I can finally back to the main menu. And then go back into my zoo, which should have a quicker load screen because it'll still have kind of like bits saved from it because it does kind of remember. So we can go back to my franchise. And then we'll put it in that little spot there. And then it should all match up pretty nicely. Fingers crossed anyway. And we now have, is that an aardvark or a giant anteater, I think? I've gotten warm again. Right, once this goes in, I will show you what I mean by getting it integrated into the environment and stuff, and then we will say good night. And I will be back on Monday with the fear has made me overheat. But yes, once this is done, next week we will be back with 2 Point Campus on Monday with the Wheel of Chaos again, and I'll be playing the final level of the medical school DLC with the Wheel of Chaos on. releases that are coming out, the 1-star objective and potentially 2-star objectives for the next part of the DLC will be coming out as well. I think we'll have a 2-point hospital. We've got a City Skylines coming at the weekend, finishing off a City Park, and also I've added a few mods and stuff to the game to make it look a little bit more realistic, which I was really excited about. And I'm hoping, if time allows it, to have a Planet Zoo. Not this Saturday, but the Saturday after. But yeah, there's a lot coming. It's just about making sure that I can manage my time and stuff. Right, okay, so what I meant when I was talking about it is, right, blueprints. We go to prefabs. Then I will find my new prefab here, my blueprints. This new staff building. This is what I want. And then we grab it. We're going to rotate it around here. I'm going to just turn off that. Then we will get it to this location. I'm going to set this up. And then one important thing that I need to do is... Where's my mouse pointer gone? Looks like I'm going to have to put it in again. There we go. That's better. Right, so we get this lined up. We'll go to that. Then what we want to do is we want to put flattened terrain. We want to tick that. Then if I just turn off this, sink this down. I think it's missing. It hasn't saved the wooden bits. I think that's because I haven't actually unlocked that research yet. So that's my doing. So we'll sink this down, add that in. Then the terrain should have flattened down. Hasn't flattened all the way down, mind you, but it's getting us close. Then we just grab our terrain brush, we push this down. And if I can get in here and then get my flatten the foundation tool on. We flatten all of this around. So that our walls are exposed completely. And then because our original entrance for this building is here, I can then just cover that up. So we can edit the building like this. Get rid of that wall there. Grab this one. We can then pop that in. Then we just want to exit our group edit here. Find this little group of foliage that we've got. Delete those additional pieces and potentially these 2 bits that are sticking out over it there like that. Then I'm going to need to grab my terrain tool again and try and sink this down a little bit. Because it all needs to be hidden ideally, but it's not going to hide for some strange reason. So we'll grab my path tool here. And we'll see if this works. Okay, well we can work with that, that's fine. Just grab the asphalt path, align the grid, and then we'll run this to here. And as you can see, we're starting to fill this all in now. Then we come around here, and when we get to this section, we start going upstairs by deselecting the grid and adding in our staircase. Oh, it's the next one, isn't it? That's right. So we add in an extra bit there, deselect the grid, and then start our staircase, which goes all the way up to the top there. Oh no, I was right, I was right. It is this one. And then it caps off there. And then it should now, hopefully anyway, match up with the path. Come on. There. And we just duplicate this, put that there. And then all that would be left to do here is get our terrain brush again, flatten to foundation. We then want to turn scenery lock on for this, and then we can bring everything in as close as possible. That will then lock onto the scenery that we've already placed, so it won't clip through the building. And then, to finish the job here, we'll grab our nature tab again. We'll get some rocks. Let's just say we want to take some flat rocks. So we'll get our Europe. And we'll grab something like the mossy rock cladding, I think might help. And these general mossy rocks. Take the cladding pieces for now. This nice curved one. And we sink these in like so. Just make sure that they're not poking through. They shouldn't poke through because they should now just kind of adhere to the surface. We'll bring it out a touch like that. And then have it go all the way along there. Give this one a bit of an angle. So what we're effectively doing here is just filling in the blanks, these little bits in our actual terrain, so that it merges nicely with the rest of the path. Now I'm just going to hide the front here, and we'll I'll show you a little bit more of what else we can do to integrate this a little bit better into the environment. Shouldn't take us long, and then we will kind of call it a day. So that's kind of set in place, and then what we can actually do is we can grab a lot of the foliage that we've got here already and potentially just bring it all around a little bit further. So I can move this bit right up to the edge here, and it just gives it that little bit of a covered up feel. So we'll pop that there, and then for example we can get mulch now. So the if I go to nature, I think it's in that tab there, get rid of that. Yeah, so what we can do, grab these 4x4 meter bits of mulch, turn random rotation off. It is off. And then we can just make a little bit of a carpet of mulch here. And bring it up as close as possible to the edge. And then we can cover this entire roof piece here in mulch and then fill it in with grass and stuff. And then actually what we've just ended up with is this really large planter. And we can go back to our group edit here. And then, for example, when we've got all of that mulch in, we can just duplicate this swathe of trees and bring it here. And then if we wanted to, we could even get rid of the little wall that we've got there, so that the staff just have this. And basically, as the guests are going past, all they'll kind of see is this little bit of a staff entrance here. And then if I just go to the explore camera, and this is very basic. This has not been like done in any intricate detail or anything. I haven't spent a great deal of time on it. I've literally just done it over like 10 minutes. So they'll go down these steps here. Got the conduit and stuff there. And then obviously in here we've got staff room. Obviously these have come through the bottom, but like if I spent a bit more time doing it, we wouldn't have this sort of stuff poking through, and it would just be this cool underground area where the staff can go, and it's hidden from guests. It's a small footprint, so we can fit these in loads of different areas in the zoo. But yeah, that's basically how I plan to integrate all of these new staff buildings that I've got. So yeah, we can get rid of that now. And I can return that to normal, hopefully. This is where it might all go wrong. In fact, I will just delete that path there. And we can get rid of the building, like so. Get rid of the path. But yes, what I'll do is, when I actually finish the episode, I will be building it in here, so you will see it go into this location again. It'll just be done in a little bit more detail. And the other areas that I've kind of planned to put it are in my head at this moment in time, but I can't tell you where, because you'll have to actually watch the episode. But you can see here Arcadia is really starting to struggle. It's getting very sluggish in the development of things, and how like you see the lag from using the terrain brush. And it's a shame, because it has impacted my ability to record in this zoo. Everything is a little bit slower, and it's also kind of had a bit of a negative impact on my enjoyment of the game in general, which is a big shame, because I love it. So I'm going to put my path back now. Right, that is now back. Yeah, okay, cool. There's Old Town for you, just before we finish off. In fact, let's do the little Old Town tour as I leave. Which one is this one? Oh, that's the Alpine Ibex one. What's this one? Yeah, this one will do. Let me get rid of these. Right, okay. So, thank you all for watching. I've had a really good night tonight. It's been a lot of fun hanging out and doing stuff, getting stressed, and yeah, it's been a great stream tonight. Thank you all so much for coming along and spending some time with me. And hopefully we'll get back to normal and stuff next week. Do a little bit of stuff like some more 2 Point Campus. Maybe get this Planet Zoo video finished, and then you can enjoy like finally enjoy some Planet Zoo stuff. I do want to go back to the crater as well and get that one sorted. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Spotted a protester. The chaos is coming into this one as well. Oh, Bramaski, thanks for coming. Sorry you didn't catch the whole thing, but yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.